Hello and welcome to Never Mind the Buzzcocks. I'm Richard Ayiwadi. Now, before we get started, when I was asked to host the show, I said I would do so on one condition, but when my financial demands weren't met, I mean, not even close, to be honest, I asked for something else. I said, yes, I'll do it for this low fee. I have no other work at the moment. I mean, my career's a tailspin. But I want you to treat pop and soft funk with the seriousness and basic respect it deserves. We all like a chuckle. I mean, not now, obviously, it's dead silent. We all like a chuckle. We all do like a chuckle, and that's your prerogative, as Bobby Brown once said in his hit song of the same name. But for once, on NMTV, let's put our heads down and have an informative, popular, music-based quiz without resorting to jokes. The coward's way out. And Phil's team tonight is the lead singer of Noisettes, recently described by The Guardian as the best live band in Britain. Her favourite song to sing in the shower is Where Is Love from Oliver, which is a fine choice for a song for shower singing purposes. It's Shingi Shiniwa. And a comedian who recently came back from a hugely successful run at the Edinburgh Fringe, gaining 5-star reviews with his Pappy's last show ever. So, sincere congratulations from all of us here. It's comedian Matthew Crosby. And on Noel's team tonight is a singer who started from a young age. In fact, he used to sing in the church choir with his mother when he was just 4 years old. And despite a brief dalliance with yo-yos during the height of their craze, wisely stuck with music and went on to win 2 Brit Awards. And he seems like an absolutely knockout chap. It's Ed Sheeran. And a television presenter who started her working life in a pork factory before getting a taste for show business as a magician's assistant and finally finding her true calling as a co-presenter on the companion show to The X Factor, The Extra Factor. It's Caroline Flack. And can I just add on a personal note, it's an absolute honour to be quizzing with you tonight. We begin with Who Do You Think You Are? Phil, Shingi and Matthew, take a look at this. Yes, it's the queen of pop with over 13 hard-won years in the business, and it is a business, Britney Spears. OK, that was Britney Spears with Toxic, but which of the following objects was it reported that Britney demanded be in her dressing room while she was over here on tour? Was it A, a framed picture of Princess Diana, B, a compilation CD of Simon Cowell's Words of Wisdom, or C, a dartboard with Christina Aguilera's face on?
Well, I brought this anyway, so it's a happy coincidence.
Yeah, that's yours.
I just don't see Britney as a darts-playing type.
You say that, Crosby, but a lot of people don't know this, is Britney's middle name is the Viking. Britney the Viking Spears.
Right.
She's a very prosperous Norwegian darts player.
I wonder why more people don't know that.
That's why we're watching the show.
Why are we watching this show? Very hard to know, isn't it? Sometimes it's just company, loneliness. Thoughts?
Does this CD actually exist?
Well, this is one of the many metaphysical questions we're addressing tonight, Ed. Does it exist?
Maybe Simon had a few things to say, and she thought that would be worth taking on board.
Caroline, does this ring true?
Actually, when I first started X Factor, he buys everyone presents, and he actually bought me a framed picture of himself to keep him.
Why did he buy it? Did he not own a picture of himself?
It's actually in my bathroom now.
Doing what?
Looking at me, watching me shower. It all wakes me up when I walk in there in the morning to have a shower.
I mean, there's waking up and then there's...
Let's guess. Let's decide.
You literally...
Yeah, let's guess. Why not?
That is very much what you have to do within this quiz.
I don't feel that Britney would have the sort of kind of malice in her heart to start throwing darts at people.
Her management used to have someone across the corner of the room if ever Britney became enraged.
Who was that, Eric Bristol?
Because he's got the yips, hasn't he? Is it called the yips?
When you can't throw a dart properly.
You can't let it go. So what happens is you throw it and then you just
What, you
carry
just
on
keep
going.
Ed, any thoughts?
Personally, I don't think the Simon Cowell CD exists.
No to the CD.
Well,
what do you think about the dartboard?
I'd say the dartboard, because they were in Disney. No, because I'm getting too deep into it. And it's
get
actually-
deep. And what I like about you, Ed, is you're trying to get to the bottom of this. And that, for me, is what good quizzing is all about.
Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears were in the Disney club together, so they were obviously mates. So
Correct.
she's going to be happy for her mate being happy.
That's right.
And Yank's obsessed with Brits.
Who?
The yanks is a condition you get when compulsively masturbating and you can't release your genitals.
You just can't let go.
I'm saying that it would be Diana, but I'm not on their team.
Ah, but you fell into a trap,
This is 101 stuff. You've
Yeah.
just given them
Sorry.
sound reasoning. It's their round. Why did you do it?
Because you asked me to do
Oh,
it.
Ed, that's so simple. I'm sorry, don't R him. He's got to learn if he's going to keep in the quiz.
Next time you ask me, shall I just keep quiet?
Absolutely. Stone-faced killer. What are you saying, Phil?
This is just a hellish Sheeran-based double bluff.
Who knows?
Let's go with Diana.
You are correct.
Oh!
You're correct. While Britney was performing at the O2 last year, it was reported she had requested a framed picture of Princess Diana to be in her dressing room, as she found her to be an inspiration. Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her. Let's not stoop to jokes. Noel, Ed and Caroline, have a look at this.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything.
Yes, it's classic firearms and horticulture-themed rockers, Guns N' Roses. That was G&R with Welcome to the Jungle. But which of the following objects did Axl Rose demand he have backstage at one of their gigs? Was it A, an inflatable bike, B, a bilingual parrot, not really an object, that's a mammal, or C, a square melon? Ed, please apply your diagnostic approach to this particular question.
I've seen these have been created before. Is it on The Simpsons where they have square medals?
I feel I could be playing into Sheeran's hands if I point out that
Yeah.
The Simpsons is not a documentary.
What would you want? What would you want? What
Caroline,
would you
I'm going to interrupt you there
Okay.
for a pop fact.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Europop. Since the dissolution of the much-loved Europop band Aqua in 2001,
I liked Aqua.
who didn't? Lead singer Renee Diff has released several successful solo tracks, including the song, still proving the endurance of the genre. So, Caroline, you can have that for your records. OK, let's get back to the quiz.
Caroline, your outfit matches the bike. I want to see you drive home on that bike.
I'm not scared of riding bikes, actually, on the road. I'm a bit scared of the road.
Roads are scary, though.
They are in London.
The way they go on for ages.
Well, it's scary.
So, what are we
So,
saying?
Well, Ed, come on, you got their one. Get our one.
I'm saying melon.
really?
Really?
What's your answer?
I mean, it's Noel's team, it's not mine. I'm just sticking my
Ed,
neck out.
listen,
to be
Ed.
honest.
Hey, come on, Ed.
I'm saying square melon, yeah.
All right, don't get dramatic, though. You're going with square melon.
Yeah?
You're right. Axl Rose demanded that the band be provided with wine, beer, vodka, white roses and a square melon, claiming it was essential to his performance. So, at the end of that round, Phil's team have won and Noel's team have won. Let's have another pop fact. And here's a soft rock fact.
Nice.
Yeah. One of the greatest soft rock bands, Crowded House, are known to their Australian fans as Crowdies. That's for you.
Crowdies.
Crowdies.
I have to say, Richard, these facts are extraordinary.
No need for jokes. No need. Time now for the nation's favourite, the intros round. OK, so Shingy and Phil, here are yours for Matthew.
Could you do it so I can hear it as well? No. What's the new way of doing it? It's a really tricky way of doing it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 boom, ba-down, boom, ba-down, boom.
Is it let's spend the night together.
That was close.
Oh!
I don't know.
Hang on.
Ooh! It was close.
No, it really wasn't.
Oh.
Any ideas?
I always watch this on TV and I always think I've got it and then I don't.
It's a real insight into your television viewing habits. It's a lot easier here, perhaps, than at home, which is often the opposite of what often people say on TV shows. They say, oh, it's really easy at home. What's interesting about what you said is you're saying even at home it's bloody hard.
I know it, but I can't think what it is.
Hang on, whoa. I don't want to be pedantic, but that's the same as not knowing. It's with no pleasure that I say that neither of you are right. I'm sorry.
Wait 1 sec.
Go on.
You know this.
Do you know what? I feel like I know it, but I'm only going to know it when they tell me what it is.
Wow, that's the same as not knowing. That's still the same as not knowing. The answer, of course, is Chris Rea, Road to Hell.
I know it. That's
And here is how it should... You didn't know it! You didn't!
Oh my God! Do you know why? It's because you're scared of roads.
Well, can we do a fact about Road to Hell?
Coming up, but I like your enthusiasm.
OK, go on.
You two are definitely on the same page, aren't
Yeah.
you?
We dress very similarly, I'll say
good.
that much. We share a look.
I know.
Yeah.
You like teacher, supply teacher, isn't it?
Next one, please, fellas.
We know it. No pressure.
OK, now, I know it. And this time I really do.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
know
it's Destiny's Child.
Noel's team.
It's Justin Timberlake, Cry Me a River.
It is. It is, and this is how it should have sounded. We also heard Chris Rea with Road to Hell. Interestingly, Chris wrote Road to Hell while in a traffic jam on the M25. Now, the M25 can be a frustrating road, but if you time your journey right, it should be fairly free-flowing. I guess the danger times to avoid are between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. I mean, rush hour. I mean, just use your common sense.
Well, you haven't got any jazz funk facts, have you?
I do. Let's have a jazz funk fact. Jazz funk characteristics include a departure from ternary rhythm towards a more binary rhythm, which you'll probably know by its more common name, groove. Noel and Ed, here we go. Here are yours for Caroline.
Honestly.
Sorry, that was aggressive. I think I'm just so pumped from all these facts.
Caroline, by the way, if you want to play this really, really well, don't get all of them wrong. That's the trap I fell into.
I'm just happy we get to spend the night together, so I don't really mind.
Didn't know that was happening, but so.
Logistically, that sounds very complicated. I hope it's not all night, I have to say.
I usually pass out around the second time.
Wow. OK, time out. Ed, let's break this down. Ed, are we talking before, during, or after?
After.
You pass out, you're out cold.
I can manage a couple more if I haven't had too much of a heavy day.
Yes, as long as he has a glass of squash and a club biscuit, he's good to go.
Just have a segment of orange, like in football.
Does that work?
No. It is delicious. Second time, you're a young man, you're 21.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Yeah.
You want to be ranging 7 or 8 and then passing out. Your age.
Ed, you don't have to share this much. Just, I'm not saying don't, but I'm just saying you don't. Actually, just tell me.
You often wake up and all of the stuff from your flat's gone.
Are you sure you're not being drugged?
Do you know what? what's funny is when we were in the green room, there's a few things you mentioned that I said I could bring that up, and you said no, please don't mention that. I'm a bit of a role model. And now you've just said that you passed out on the second time having sex. Loads of kids are going to think, yeah, do you know what's cool? Passing out second time. And they're going to be faking it. They're going to be like that, yeah. I slightly love you.
No, it's good.
Come on.
Ed, you're a good lad. Just have a coffee.
Or tea. But then I'd need a wee halfway through. You'd end up in a weird situation where you're kind of shooting...
Classic Sheeran!
Wow. Wow.
If you went for a wee in Caroline's flat, there's a good chance you'd piss on Simon Cowell's face.
Let's bloody crack on.
OK, let's do it. You know there are 2 of these, right?
Yeah.
I haven't got to do the last one on my own, have I? That was genius.
If I'm being honest, though, we didn't know this song.
I've got to say that was great.
Oh, you know it?
Yes, written here.
The person that did the song, when I did the Queen's Jubilee, we got invited to the party afterwards, and we went back, and I brought my parents there.
Please don't say you fell asleep there.
No, no, but my mum disappeared, and no one could find her for ages. Me and my dad were looking for my mum, and we found my mum 2 bottles of wine deep with this person on a sofa.
When you say 2 bottles of wine deep... I've got to say, I need 5 minutes just to shower my mind.
And she tweeted her the next day to say thank you.
Did she fall asleep during the second bottle?
Oh, she's going to be watching this as well. It's going to be awkward when I go home.
Caroline, have you got it?
It's Kylie Minogue.
Hey! Which song, though?
So it's Kylie Minogue.
If you were to tattoo 2 letters on your ass and bend over, it would spell it out.
It's Kylie Minogue, wow.
What's happened, Richard?
I'm just thinking that tattoo image, and it's... I tell you what, just to bring this to a close, I'm going to say you're right, and this is how it should have sounded.
Read my lips, I'm into you.
Next one, please.
Yeah.
Is it Mumford & Sons?
What's the song?
Is it Little Lion Man?
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, I should probably take a rest now.
For God's sake, Ed, sit down, have some fluids. You were absolutely right, and this is how it should have sounded. We also heard Kylie Minogue with Wow. Now, the song Wow came off Kylie's album X. But how many studio albums had she released at that point?
7.
I'm saying like 11 or something.
You're saying like 11?
I'm going to say 9.
That's quite like 11, isn't it?
It's kind of like 11.
Well, there was a clue in the question. The album was
10,
called X. The answer was 10. Kylie there making characteristically good use of Roman numerals. So that means at the end of that round, Phil's team have 1 and Noel's team have 3. Time now for round 3. Now, I thought we should look at some of the other talents that our greatest music stars have. So tonight's identity parade is an artistic one. Phil's team, how about one of the last living Beatles doing what he does best, ripping it up on mandolin? Here is Sir Paul McCartney.
You can do anything you want to do.
Paul McCartney with Dance Tonight, but which one of our lineup of artwork was actually painted by Sir Paul himself? Was it number 1, this rather stunning landscape with blue water crashing against the rocks in an awesome display of nature's power? Number 2, a more Russian feeling, kind of multicoloured, very vibrant. Some relatively dodgy brushwork there, though. Number 3, almost with a kind of David Hockney feel, very simple, and now something that looks like a lozenge. Number 4, not much to say, bit dull, black and white, poor man Cézanne. Number 5, we're moving on to a naive work, girl surrounded by fried eggs.
Number 1, I definitely think is something that Uncle Matt could pull off. 2, market, I'm not feeling that. 4...
4 looks like what they do in an over-60s art class, and Paul McCartney is over 60.
I'm tempted by number 5. You know, she's just covered in eyes.
So we think it's either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
I just think 1 or 3.
We think 3.
3, OK. Well, let's find out which painting is the real McCartney.
Yes!
Painted in 1990 and part of his Sand, Water, Sky collection, Beach Towels by Paul McCartney. There it is. Beach Towels. Yeah. Noel, Ed and Caroline, how about some pure 70s glam rock stardust? It's David Bowie. That was David Bowie with Jean Genie, but which of our artwork lineup is one of David Bowie's own masterpieces? Is it number 1, sort of looks like John Lydon being attacked by monkeys and giving him a semi? Number 2, which looks a bit like an abstract umbungo packet. Number 3, a naked man with a knee up, just relaxing. Number 4, a hand and a foot, locked in perhaps a deathless battle for supremacy. Number 5, bit rushed. Bit rushed here, a lot of colours, but very little focus. Let's find out which one you think is the real Bowie.
I've seen a David Bowie painting, but it doesn't look like any of those paintings. Number 3 looks like an exercise in life drawing that you do when you're first year of art college. So no way is it that. 1 looks like a sort of bad self-portrait of him, with that sort of ginger flat top.
Maybe he was trying to paint me.
Please tell me you didn't fall asleep on Bowie.
I think
Do you paint, Richard?
Do I paint?
Yeah.
Let's talk you through the process. I don't, no. So, what are you saying?
Caroline thinks it's 5. Do you think it's 5 as well?
I always thought it was 5.
I think it's number 1, but I'll be a gracious captain and go with my team. So we'll say number 5.
Well, let's find out which one is the real David Bowie.
Sorry, Noel. I'm sorry.
Sold for £4,500 earlier this year. Ancestor by David Bowie, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. 4,000. Let's have a pop fact. And this is a aquacrunk fact, or an aquacrunk fact. Aquacrunk is made of slowed-down, low-slung beats with lashings of electronic mutterings and morphing bass lines on top. Performers of crunk music are sometimes referred to as crunksters.
I preferred the jazz funk.
I know, but we can't go back. It's dead now. So we end with next lines. Noel's team, you are in the lead, so let's get down to the bloody quiz.
Right, Ed, come on, this is all about you.
Ed.
And Flacky, come on.
Come on, Flacky. I want to fall from the stars.
I just want to. It's a thing I like to do.
wanna fall from the stars, straight into your arms.
Simply red stars. Don't do the whole song, because maybe next time use your eyes and look at me.
Ed, come on, are you in a coma?
Maybe next time use your eyes and look at me. I'm a drama queen, if that's your thing, baby. Jerry Halliwell, look at me. I'm surprised
Well, how are we
you
going
didn't
to know that? It's not music.
get it. It's not poetry.
What is it?
It's her heart. People think that I'm bound to blow up. I've done around about 1,000 shows.
I haven't got a house, plus I live on a couch.
Ed Sheeran, you need me, I don't need you. I'm already asleep. Okay. Phil's team, you're next. You just need more points than Noel's total to win. So, let me show you something super beautiful.
Oh! Let me show you something. Can you start again?
So let me show you something super beautiful. Let's rock the boat. The magic is unstoppable.
Is unstoppable.
Noisettes, don't upset the rhythm.
Is that your song?
Almost.
Yeah.
Because you knew none of the words.
Almost. Your face is so serious, honey.
I know.
Can we do one with a face sort
With
of
a different man.
Yeah, a different
Yeah.
face.
So what you're asking me to do is not have my face. I want your ugly, I want your disease.
I want your everything as long as it's free.
Correct,
I want
Lady
your-
Gaga, bad romance. Lady Gaga, bad romance. Or bard romance, her song about Shakespeare. So the final scores are Phil's team have 6 and Noel's team also have 6. So the teams have failed to reach a majority score. It is a tie, and as Caroline knows, in entertaining television, that means only one thing. We've gone to deadlock.
Make this work. The deadlock.
The tension here is unbearable and sexual.
Palpable.
No, it's not palpable.
Oh, sorry.
You literally can't touch it. As MC Hammer said in his hit song. It's now down to this final question to decide who will be tonight's winner.
Oh, my God.
It's fastest finger, fastest finger with the right answer, not just whoever has the fastest finger. You're born with that. I am medium height, nearly 5'10".
Ed Sheeran.
No, you need to buzz. Yes.
Ed Sheeran.
No. I was nominated for a Grammy for Best New Artist in 1988, and I was really happy about it.
Sorry, you were nominated for a Grammy?
No. After I retired as a solo star, I auditioned for a film role in Last Action Hero, which I didn't get.
Is it the guy out of Wham?
No, it's not
No,
the guy out
shit.
of Wham. I have a deep singing voice, and some people say I sound...
Barry White.
I was nominated for a Grammy for Best New Artist in 1988, and you think I'm Barry White?
Barry White.
I'm drinking buddies with Matt Goss, Adamant, and Tony Hadley. I am the... Go on.
Was it Rick Astley?
That is correct. Phil's team won there with a late spurt. So, come on.
A late spur.
It's just a noun. Get over it. So that's it. Thanks to Phil, Shingi Shaniwa, and Matthew Crosby, Noel, Ed Sheeran, and Caroline Flack. This has been Never Mind the Buzzcocks. It still is. I've been Richard Ayoade, and as you enjoy the credits without our team knowing who, we are going to digitally alter one of them. Good night.
Time now for the Who's Hosting Next Week viewer competition. Will it be A, Alan Titchmarsh, B, Eamon Holmes, or C, the definitely much better than the other two, Richard Madeley? Good luck.